The Gift I Cannot Let Go. Part 2. When Pain Became My Testimony. The morning after the tears. The morning came, but nothing had changed. The same memories were there. The same questions were waiting. But something inside her was different. She had cried enough to realize that tears could not change yesterday. So she prayed, "Lord, teach me what you want me to learn from this." She stopped asking only for the pain to disappear. She began asking God to show her the purpose behind it. People saw the smile. People often told her how strong she was. "You look good. You seem happy. You are doing so well." She smiled and thanked them. But they didn't know that sometimes she went home and cried. They didn't know how many nights she had spent talking to God. They didn't know how many times she had whispered, "Jesus, please help me." Sometimes the strongest people are not those who never cry. They are the ones who cry and still get back on their knees. The prayer nobody heard. There was one prayer she never prayed in public. She prayed it when nobody was watching. "Lord, if you don't remove this pain, please give me the strength to carry it." That became her prayer. She realized she didn't need to understand everything. She only needed to trust the one who understood everything. When people misunderstood her. Some people misunderstood her silence. They thought she was weak. Others thought she had forgotten. Some even questioned why she still carried something from the past. But they didn't know what God was doing inside her. She learned that everybody doesn't need to understand your journey. Some journeys are between you and God. And sometimes God will take you through a season that nobody around you can explain. The night she almost gave up. One night, the pain became overwhelming. She sat alone and wondered whether she could continue. She looked toward heaven and said, "God, I am tired." She didn't ask for riches. She didn't ask for fame. She didn't ask for another blessing. She simply asked for strength. She had survived another day that she thought would destroy her. Grace was carrying me. She had always thought she was carrying the burden. Now she understood differently. Grace was carrying her. When her strength ran out, Grace stepped in. When her faith became weak, Grace held her. When she couldn't see the road, Grace kept her moving. She had been saying, "I'm holding on to God." But now she realized. God had been holding on to her. I stopped asking why. There came a time when she stopped asking God, why? Not because she had all the answers, but because she had learned to trust God without them. She began saying, "Whatever you are doing, Lord, let your will be done." That was a difficult prayer. But it was also a freeing prayer. She no longer needed to know how the story would end. She simply trusted the author. The day I forgave. Forgiveness did not happen overnight. She had carried anger for a long time. She thought forgiveness meant saying that what happened was acceptable. But God taught her something different. Forgiveness was not approval. Forgiveness was freedom. She finally released what she had been carrying. And when she forgave, she realized she had not been freeing someone else. She had been freeing herself. The scar remained. The wound healed, but the scar remained. At first, she hated the scar. Then she began to appreciate it. The scar reminded her, "You survived." It reminded her that something tried to break her, but God kept her standing. She no longer hid every scar. Some scars are evidence of God's faithfulness. The gift was never the pain. One day, she finally understood. The pain itself was never the gift. The gift was what God produced through it. The gift was wisdom. The gift was compassion. The gift was discernment. The gift was strength. The gift was a deeper relationship with God. The gift was her testimony. And suddenly, she understood why she could not let it go. She wasn't holding on to pain. She was holding on to the testimony God created from it. Someone needed my story. Then someone came to her who was going through something similar. That person was crying. "I don't know if I can make it," they said. She looked at them and remembered herself. Instead of saying, "Be strong," she said, "I know what it feels like." And she began telling her story. She told them about the tears, the sleepless nights, the prayers, the doubts, the moments she almost gave up. And finally, she said, "But God brought me through." Her pain had become someone else's hope. My tears were not wasted. She once thought every tear was wasted. Now she knew better. Every tear had taught her something. Every difficult season had brought her closer to God. Every unanswered prayer had taught her patience. Every disappointment had taught her dependence on God. Because now she could see beyond the pain. She could see the woman she had become. She was stronger. She was wiser. She was more compassionate. And most importantly, she knew God for herself. People may never understand why she still talks about it. But she knows why. She remembers where God found her. She remembers how broken she was. She refuses to hide what God brought her through. She says, "I cannot let go of this gift, not because I want to hold on to the pain, but because I never want to forget the God who brought me through it." If you are reading this while carrying something painful, don't give up. You may not understand it today. You may not see the purpose. You may even be asking God why He allowed it. But keep praying. Keep trusting. Keep walking. The chapter you are crying through today may become the chapter you use to encourage someone. Father, thank you. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the tears. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for the people who stayed. Thank you for the people who left. Thank you for the doors that opened. Thank you for the doors that closed. And even though I did not understand the gift when you gave it to me, I understand now. It was never about the pain. The end. I will not hide my story. And I will never forget the God who carried me. And through it all, I thank God for it.